This is probably the highlight of my career. It was a terrible time in Australia. I live in the state of Victoria, which is in the southern part of our country. A lot of our country is not inhabited. We generally live around the east coast and the sort of southern coast. There's a lot of bushlands and forests and things. But in the summer months, it does get very dry and there's a risk of bushfires. In 2009, we had the worst bushfires we'd ever had in Australia. An hour from where I live in Melbourne, 173 people died. There was 2,000 homes were burnt. It was like 47 degrees, which is, I don't know, 125. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I was working for a consulting firm. How does a state respond to that? Well, how do we respond to the disaster? Then how do we respond to the aftermath and the recovery? An authority was set up and I was working for this consulting firm and we had a team of 6 got sent in to help set it up. So there was like 30 people there and we're doing everything from recovery out in these communities to basically to get these communities back on their feet. Also, there was to manage the donations. My job by myself was to go, okay, we are getting donations of millions and millions of money and products and food and all sorts of things. And we need to work out how to distribute this equitably. So to cut a long story short, within 3 months, I mobilized, recruited a team. This is all to do with the Victorian government. What amazed me was how we could mobilize government and private sector to respond to a problem and the way that leadership stepped up over that time. And we were able to distribute equitably all these goods to 2,000 people. Well, 2,000. So it was 500 homes and 2,000 people. We won an award for that work, actually. It was policy development to be able to deliver in a time of crisis. It was a really good example of what can be done without the, excuse my French, the BS in the way. And people just get there and they focus and they deliver. Remove all the politics and everything. And it's amazing what humans can do. I have a lot of faith in leadership. That's why I love working in leadership. Leaders and organizations can do great things. And it starts with great leadership, from my opinion. But however, there's not many perfect leaders in the world. So I'm very happy to try and help them get as close to perfection as possible.
A wonderful story. I'm so glad to know that even government, which we often malign as being impossible to do anything, it shows that even in the worst situations, great things can come out.
It was a really proud moment for our state, our country, actually. I was so fortunate to be part of it.
That's exciting. It must have been really heartwarming to participate in that and watch it and know that you've been a driving force and a reason why it was so successful.
Oh, for sure. And then we're getting out there and we're meeting people. So we weren't all end up in a sort of a head office or a war room sort of thing. You see the positive impact because they've already had enough negative impact. It was great. And we had a 10-year reunion a couple of years ago. It's a very unifying activity, the way you stay connected around that, because you have this very intense shared experience. It's almost like you've found a secret sauce for a period. I can't say I've never seen performance at that level ever again, really.